I'm Elena, a functional nutritionist and gut health practitioner. Through personal experience, it has become my life's purpose to help others radiate their light through wellness. I want to help you evade burnout, revitalize your energy, boost your mood, and calm your mind so that you can have a strong presence with loved ones, increase your confidence, and enjoy life to the full. The best part? By supporting the women of today, I contribute 10% to the education of the women of tomorrow. With a new world of technology enabling work and personal life integration even more, there has never been a time where conscious effort and prioritization of our wellness has been this important. That's why I'm committed to support you in your gut and wellness makeover. With dedication and can-do attitude, anything is possible. So let's dive in. I'm a sweet tooth. Have you found yourself saying this because you could, if you didn't hold yourself back, have a block of chocolates or sweets on a daily basis? Do you reach for sweets as a comfort food? Or perhaps not only do you say, I'm a sweet tooth, but you probably have it validated by a few friends around you who also say they are a sweet tooth. But what if I told you that that statement is only part of the story when it comes to why your body is craving sugar? Although there might be a truth to some of us naturally being more inclined to enjoying sweets, for the majority, this is only really part of the story. And in this episode, I want to share with you 2 key reasons why you might be thinking you are a sweet tooth and how you can curb that sugar craving. I have 2 words: stress and candida. So some of us are aware that we might be an emotional eater, reaching out for a snack or sweet when bored or stressed. For others, we can be unaware of our stress eating habits. And hopefully after listening to this podcast, we can start to observe and gain awareness of stress eating habits. First, let's start with what I mean by stress. So it is any type of mental or emotional factor that can cause tension in the body and initiate a fight or flight mode. Now, when speaking of stress here, I am referring to more day-to-day stresses rather than big life or traumatic events. Now, stress is a huge topic, and I cover things like stress and our body, stress and sleep, and how to manage day-to-day stresses in my Wellness Makeover program. But today, I specifically want to focus on reaching for sweets when we are under stress. Now, there's no doubt that sweets give us a boost of energy and a positivity. That's because our body releases dopamine, the feel-good hormone, and we crave this feeling when we're stressed. However, it doesn't last long and can turn into a vicious cycle and a habit of reaching for sweets for the feel-good to kick in. Now, some of you may already know this and some of you may not be aware. So if not aware, the first place to start from is from observing whether we stress eat or more like stress sweet eat. And if you are unsure, the best way to uncover it is to be conscious of the next time you reach out for a snack and think, am I hungry? Am I bored? Nervous? Anxious? Annoyed? Or stressed? Instead of eating, have a glass of water, wait 20 minutes, and if you're still feeling hungry, then it is true hunger. If not, then it might be stress sweet eating. If your answer is yes to stress sweet eating, then one of the best techniques to apply to change this habit is a behavioral science technique called choice architecture. Now, in behavioral science, choice architecture is defined as organizing the context in which we make decisions that will help you drive habit and behavior change. So for instance, avoiding buying sweets for your house, instead buy fruits, dates to satisfy your sweet craving with a healthy choice. This way, in your environment, you give yourself no choice but to go for the healthy option when reaching for a stress snack. With this strategy in time, you can transition from eating high sugar foods that negatively impact our gut microbiome, causing grumpy gut issues, to make healthy choices. And if you've listened to any other podcast of the Gut and Wellness Lifestyle, you would have heard me talk about sugar feeding the bad bacteria in our gut. And stress and microbiome imbalance together can be the reason why most of us end up having grumpy gut issues. This leads us to the second reason for our sugar cravings. It is the bad bacteria in our gut that craves the sugar as it grows and multiplies off sugar. So yes, whilst you're thinking, I'm just a sweet tooth, you're really feeding the bad bacteria, and it's having a party in your gut, craving more sugar to grow. One very common symptom or result of a microbiome imbalance is an overgrowth of candida. And candida is commonly known as yeast, which is a fungal yeast that normally exists peacefully in the ecosystem. But when the gut microbiome is thrown off, an overgrowth of candida takes place, competing with all the good gut bacteria. Now, in addition to sugar, there are some other common ways that we can be feeding a candida overgrowth in our gut and in our day-to-day lives. Birth control pills and excessive alcohol are two. And of course, stress, which we've mentioned, and sugar being the biggest culprit. Now, you might be thinking, how do I know if I have candida overgrowth? A stool test can tell us, but sometimes it doesn't get picked up based on the sample extracted. This is where being in tune with our body becomes quite critical. So our body tells us when something is wrong through symptoms. So if we have candida overgrowth, we may experience one or more of some symptoms like craving sugar, which we've been talking about, feeling fatigued, bloated, experience further intolerances, feel a little depressed or anxious, and experiencing mood swings. With these, a symptom or a combination of symptoms can occur, and it's unique to each individual. So the catch is that candida thrives on sugar and multiplies, which can cause further issues over time. So although it might not be applicable for all of us, perhaps for most of us, it's time to stop, reflect, and assess whether we really are a sweet tooth or we stress sweet eat, which may cause candida overgrowth over time, or perhaps we already have candida overgrowth. So the way to heal from candida overgrowth, 2 key strategies. Incorporate strategies to manage day-to-day stress that uniquely work for you. Eliminate sugar and yeast from your diet for a period of time and follow the anti-candida diet until symptoms ease. Now, you may want to do this with the one-on-one support of a practitioner who could provide you with meal plans, or perhaps join a program that addresses the root cause of your grumpy gut with the support of a community and the guidance of a practitioner. I cover all of this in my Wellness Makeover program starting in January. And to get you started on focusing on your gut, download my free guide, 3 steps to get to the root of your bloating, from wellnesswithelena.com/podcast. Now, thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you all have a gut healthy and well week. Thank you for taking the time and tuning in to today's podcast episode. To get a notification for when the next episode is available, hit subscribe. I hope you all have a healthy gut and wellness week.